Here we are. Welcome back to another episode of Video Ditch. You know, if there's one thing I love more than a brand new guest, it's a return guest, and that's exactly who we've got on the show today. Nick, for those of you who don't know, please give our esteemed guest the intro treatment.
Absolutely. So Color Grave is a company that makes games that can only be described as worth your time and worth playing. They have a lot of passion with what they make. They care about what they make. They continue to work on it. They continue to refine it. They continue to make it better than it was when it started. And one of these games that's really stood out to me in their catalog and really made me smile, grin, clap my hands like a chimp, and drool come out of my mouth in a good way was Curse Crackers, For Whom the Bell Tolls, or Whom Bell Toll. Whatever, we'll cut that part out. But that was my favorite personally. It's a great 2D platformer, some of the smoothest, most fun platforming I've had in a 2D game, flat out. Fans of the Game Boy Donkey Kong remake, perhaps, would definitely want to check it out if that wets your whistle in any way. But they're currently working on the successor to that game, Dawnthief, CURSE CHAPTER DAWNTHEIF. And we are very lucky to have Brendan here to talk about what exactly it's all about, what's going on exactly with it, what you can expect with it, and why you should spend the $15 on the original game so that everything makes sense when the new one comes out.
That's right. That's right.
Beautiful. Yes, Brendan, thank you for coming on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. I had so much fun the last time. You know, how could I say no?
I know. I'm still waiting for someone to be like, yeah, that was really fucking boring, actually.
I'm giving you guys a second chance to wow me.
Yeah.
You better impress me this time.
This time? Yeah. You want me putting Left 4 Dead again?
Yeah.
But truly. Yes, it's a pleasure to have you on. It's a pleasure to have you within the community. For those of you that don't join us for our, somewhat regular Left 4 Dead 2 matches, you can be playing with the three of us, frankly, in a match. It could happen. Yeah. All you got to do is join the Discord. And before we get into today's episode, I do want to remind everybody that right now we're still in the midst of our Kickstarter. Although I am sans suit right now because I already got my first payment and I spent it on new ink. So thanks for that, guys. Yeah,
it's a business expense, so it's okay.
Yeah. We're
on the other hand,
Bernie.
Yeah. I have been doing a lot of...
It's a good spirit to channel.
Exactly.
A lot of networking, so I did have to finance my last suit I was wearing the last episode. I had to pick up shifts as a bartender.
I'd like if, as the month goes on, you're just like wearing less clothing. Like, the last episode is just the tie.
Just a barrel and suspenders.
Yeah.
I had to sell the vest to be able to afford the barrel.
And then I got fired for not having my bartender's vest.
Oh, very good. Brendan, for the folks at home that perhaps missed your first appearance on the show, would you like to tell them what exactly it is you do?
Well, I do pixel art. I do animation. I do art and all that sort of stuff. I help with game design and all around fill in the holes that are needed of filling on the Color Grave team. Lots of design and stuff like that.
Beautiful. There's some movement and hollering in some
yeah,
that.
there's a Kirby Air Ride game going on upstairs right now, so
nothing as joyous as that.
No,
it's fucking Dynablade! Losing their minds.
Very good. Oh, very good. And how long has your tenure been at Color Grave now?
Man, I think it's been like 7 years.
7 years.
It's been a long time. We've been going since like late 2019, I think, or like mid that, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, like 7 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't necessarily have to, do another dive into your gaming history.
Oh, we can.
As it was. I mean, we certainly can revisit it, but I'm curious, having spent so much time within the games industry as a professional, how has that changed your relationship with playing games and how you view them?
It's you gain a lot more respect for the amount of work that it takes to achieve building a world inside of a game. A lot of small things like, there's like a little bit of interaction that you get to do, like, this little area that has reactive NPCs, or just like watching, if you play a game where you watch kind of an NPC go around and do like a routine, just anything that you kind of take for granted in the experience beyond the pressing buttons to make things happen. It really makes you appreciate all the hard work that goes into the extra stuff.
Yeah, you become aware of the wider kind of scope of the production, everything that goes into it. Very cool. Yeah. Do you feel more or less cynical about the games as a whole at this point in your career?
Oh man, I think probably more cynical.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the general attitude for guests you guys have on. I only watch an episode every once in a while, but
All over the place.
I feel like I'm probably among the more cynical.
Are you truly cynical, or do you feel that you're like a frustrated optimist in this situation?
Is there a difference?
I
don't know. I don't know if
lack
there's a
of
difference.
faith.
Yeah. Are you a doomer? Yeah. I guess it's like, do you want it all to crash and burn and fall to the ground and laugh over Miyamoto's corpse, or do you long for the halcyon day long past of gaming greatness?
I don't think there was ever really any like days of greatness as people might think of them. I think it's always kind of been similar to how it is now. Things have been hard. There have been people who have managed to break out, and people who never managed to get much further than kind of their first attempt. I think there's always been a lot of kind of industry gatekeeping, probably less now in a lot of ways than there were before, just because there's so much less power in the established institutions. A lot of it is more based on like, can you get a hold of like the popular media, like an individual streamer or group of streamers or YouTubers or whatever. It's much less focused on like, oh yes, like get a hold of the gaming press, get go to conventions, whatever. And that stuff still is an element, but
it's less traditional these days.
Right.
Yeah. How do you feel about indie games that are very like, I guess, transparent about their processes and going about getting eyes on their game? I guess a specific example, although I can't remember the title of this game, which is terrible, but I remember seeing a trailer where a guy, from the studios saying like, oh, my strategy is to get Markiplier to play this game.
I remember that.
Such and such to play this game.
Yeah, that convenience store horror game. It's like, I want to see Queso getting scared. Why?
Yeah.
I think there's, it kind of depends on where you're at. There, especially early on, there's of course you kind of dream of having these people that you've watched like play your game and react
for
to
Donkey to play this.
Right. Like it's like, this is how you hear about games. You really like watching them talk about it. You want to see that for your own thing. That would be cool. But that also rarely happens, and I found that watching people play your games can often be an incredibly frustrating experience.
Elaborate on that, or give a specific.
Have you seen a profoundly stupid idiot play the game and be like, "Well, this is just poorly made"?
I have watched a wide range of skill and intelligence interact with our games.
On a scale of DSP to God, what's the general consensus?
Most people are kind of in the middle. I mean, especially when you're trying to be entertaining as well, that takes some of your concentration and makes it harder to play games and absorb information and all that kind of stuff. But there's also, you get a lot of people who are sort of, I hate to use this sort of phrasing, but like wannabe game designers, they haven't really made anything themselves, but they're
happy to critique and like
right.
Ideas, yeah.
Like armchair developers almost.
Right. It's it can be a little difficult to sit and watch that. Especially when they're saying stuff that's very critical of your game to their audience, which who knows how many people are watching them. Maybe it's just a handful, maybe it's 20 or 30, maybe it's a few hundred, but you're sitting there thinking like, man, this kind of sucks. We were hoping to have this guy be a good word for us, but now they're
kind of
right. Yeah. But now they're putting a bad taste in people's minds potentially for our stuff. So that's just, and I would hate to be someone who has a game that has a higher profile, because you get so many more people doing that kind of stuff.
Impressions.
Yeah.
Vinny Vinesauce classically turning the voice acting down to 0 instantly. I feel like any actor seeing that just has their heart fall out their ass.
I mean, to be fair, it was Justin Roiland, and there's a.
I see. If Jake were here, guys, Rick and Morty is funny.
Actually, I might be getting that mixed up. Was it that, or was it?
It was one of those games where like it had dialogue where they were like, "Okay, I just did that with my freaking mind. Can someone tell me what's going on?" Like they said something like that, and immediately just like
Forspoken style,
muted instantly.
Good old Forspoken. Well, there's a lot of bad writing out there these days.
There's a lot of bad writing.
Who knows? I can't say where ours falls on that, but I hope we're above wherever that median is.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Yeah. You got any general questions for him before we start getting into the specifics of the game, Nick?
I was just gonna ask about Left 4 Dead 2, but it seems that's what all the community questions are about Left 4 Dead 2. So
that's
hold
okay.
off.
I'm happy to answer them.
Yeah, we'll get all the tech. We'll review all the tech.
Right, all the tech for the game that I started playing in the server.
You're an expert.
Rank the throwable items. Go.
Throwable items. Oh man, I'd say pipe bomb, bile bomb, and then the Molotov.
Mm-hmm. And that's from best to worst.
From my favorite to least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Like the crowd control. Well, I'm not going to get into this.
Yeah. So how's Left 4 Dead shaped your experience as a game designer exactly? How did the horde system come into play in
that's a great question. We still have yet to do a horror game, It's something that we always kind of get up to, and then it's like, we've got to do something else instead. Mm-hmm. But actually, we were talking about the writing, kind of touched on writing. We're actually trying to do something different than what we've done with our other game, with Curse Crackers. We had those kind of cutscene graphics that would cut in anytime you reach the appropriate thing. But this time, we are going to try and do stuff more like in engine, like with just the character sprites, with animations and stuff that way. Who's to say whether there will be any cutscene art in general? Maybe we'll still have a few, but our hope is to have a lot more happen just in the moment. That way, because that way it feels a little bit more. Or we hope at least that it feels more like you're in the moment.
Yeah,
rather than
connection there. That happens. Yeah. Totally. Are you typically, I don't remember if we covered this last time, forgive me, but are you typically super involved with the narrative process?
Yeah. I'm not the one who's, well, so usually that's my boss, Minbronze, that's his job, is he'll come up with the bulk of the idea, and then he and I will kind of go back and forth, talking about like, does this work? Does this not work? How does this connect to other stuff that we're trying to do? Does this work thematically? Does this work for the characters?
Very good,
Does this make for an interesting story? Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
Okay.
But I do a lot of work with that in terms of helping offer alternative ideas and help edit some of the
refine it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So with well, I suppose I won't get too into narrative specifics. Do we want to introduce the game itself? Like,
Curse Chapter Dawnthief.
What is it?
Well, Curse Chapter Dawnthief is a platformer, following in the vein of our previous platformer, Curse Crackers. we are trying to go off of something that's very similar in a lot of the controls. So you're playing as a character that has very similar but slightly tweaked movement compared to that game. You've got some different tools at your disposal, but more than anything, we want to explore a kind of darker side of the world compared to a lot of the more kind of bright and lighthearted stuff that we've been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think people are going to be too shocked about it. We're not doing anything horribly graphic.
Super grim.
But it's going to be darker
than April Grove.
Yeah, a little darker than April Grove.
Sort of like the Veritas to Curse characters, I guess.
That's a pretty good analogy in terms of tone. You're playing as a part of a sort of essentially a cult that wants to overthrow the current government and is not afraid to get their hands dirty doing it. So you're going to be traveling into this place and stealing, destroying, just trying to make your way to get these treasures that you are after.
Wow, very cool. And was the motivation to kind of explore a darker tone, was it just because you wanted to do something different, or was there something greater beyond that with the team?
Yeah, were you pushed by the invisible hand of the markets?
No, definitely not the invisible hands of the market.
The state of the world.
It has a lot more to do with the direction that the overarching story, because all of our games have kind of a progression of this overarching story that goes kind of past just the self-contained story that they have inside of them. It's just kind of the direction that is leading. This is a continuation of some plot threads that were set up in Curse Crackers and in our other game, Claire a la Mode. The character that you're playing in this game is actually a boss that was in Claire a la Mode.
How cool. Yeah, I love that shared universe stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Very exciting. Please.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I started talking without really a thought in my head.
No worries. How was the process of designing these characters? It's all from within a catalog that you've worked with before, but for this game, has there been any kind of adaptation or just what was the process been like for you, kind of converting them to this?
So there's kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? There's kind of a two parts to this.
Okay.
Some characters are new, and some characters are old. A lot of the old characters were redesigned. We worked with an artist that we've worked with before, the same one who did a lot of our stuff for April Grove. Okay. All the Steam art, I think, was done by her, and she did a really great job reworking previous designs and coming up with some new ones. There's going to be specifically a group of sort of opposing fighters that are trying to stop you as you're encroaching into this wilderness. And that is where a lot of the designs are. Some of them are characters that have appeared before, and other ones are brand new characters. And all of them kind of had to fit a certain theme, and she did a really great job kind of coming up with designs that fit inside of that theme.
Very cool. Yeah, as always, the pixel art is looking great, and just all the art, fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
A lot of sleepless nights.
I'm all blurry again. Here we go. There we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think one of the hardest things with the pixel art is making the backgrounds has been a lot bigger this time. We've really tried to step up our visuals. In fact, we've got a larger resolution than what we've done before. There's more kind of screen size, so like the title screen art, we had a smaller version of that was at the old screen size version. I had to make that bigger, which means I just had to redraw it bigger and reanimate it and do all that stuff. There's been a lot of reworking to try and do that because some of the feedback that we'd been getting was like, oh, it's too small. I can't see what's happening. Okay. I can't see what's ahead of us. And the response to that's been really good. I think it was the right choice.
Cool. Yeah. I was gonna ask, like, what are you proudest with, like, your evolution stylistically with this? But very cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in terms of style, I think these are some of the coolest backgrounds I've made for a while. I think they're really cool. There's we're going to have, I don't know if this video is going to be out already, but we're going to be in the the Clemmy Games. The best indie game. Yeah. So we're going to be in one of the presentation things that he's going to be doing
very nice.
Here in June, I think. And there's going to be some cool new stuff that is going to be shown off in that trailer. So
nice.
Very nice. Were there any new techniques that you learned or utilized as far as pixel art goes with this title?
Any sort of
excited to do, or
pixel placing Sharingan or anything?
Just the usual. Blindfolding myself, taking a knife, cutting it, letting the blood drip into the bowl.
Standard procedure.
A lot of this is just me doing the stuff I normally do, but a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Letting some of that go a little bit harder than what I normally would have before.
Very cool. And when you're developing the art or making the art, do you have like a research process at all of looking at older titles or the methodology of like old hardware? Do you keep that in mind, or do you just kind of go for the aesthetic of it?
I think a little bit. If there's something that I've seen before, I'll kind of pull it up and show it and be like, hey, like, I think we can do this kind of like this. Or if there's something I'm stuck on in terms of like, how do you do this kind of texture? How do you do this kind of like coloration?
Scrolling background kind of thing or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, how do people go about this in other things? Just because, for as much experience as I have, I only know so much. So just trying to look and see what's out there to help me when there's the opportunity.
Very good. Nick, any questions for you so far?
Yeah, so going back to the story of Dawnthief, just a little bit, not too much. I don't want to give anything away here. You mentioned it is a darker narrative than I guess anything previously produced by Colorgrave. So I'm wondering, are there any maybe darker or deeper themes that you feel like you'll be able to touch on in Dawnthief that you weren't really able to with more gameplay focused games? Or is there anything that you'll be wanting to convey to the audience with the narrative within Dawnthief?
There are some things that we have planned that are going to be a little experimental in terms of exploring themes. Some of the way that the characters are feeling, some of the way that their experiences have shaped their their kind of like opinions and self-image and that kind of and hopefully if people find that they will think it's really cool. There's some stuff that we've talked about that it's really excited. Of course, we'll see how it all shakes out when it's actually put together. But I'm really excited for that, and I really hope that that people find that and are excited about it too.
It's very intriguing. With moving towards a darker tone, are there any areas you specifically tried to avoid? Like, I really am not trying to oversteer. We're not trying to oversteer this into being.
Are there going to be ICE detainment camps in Dawnthief that you have to liberate or contribute to?
No ICE detainment camps in Dawnthief. No, there's. I think the only thing that we're really trying to avoid is anything that's excessively gory or grotesque or whatever. We don't want to. We want people to maybe be shocked, but we don't want people to be disgusted.
Nothing like Berserk.
Nothing like that.
Or not going all the way to the grim dark scale, I suppose. No gratuitous dark evilness for the sake
Have
of
you
it,
guys
rather
found
than
it easy to sort of balance tone in that way? Like, like there's that line that we're never gonna hit, and so keeping it under that level has kind of helped you maintain course?
It's interesting. I think it's been kind of the opposite, where because we know we're a darker tone game in this, it's actually a little harder for some things, because it's like, I think that idea is like too silly. I think that's too
It's
funny.
too whimsical.
It's too whimsical. You can't really do that because. So
it's like a very real thing, I'm sure, where you're trying to find that middle ground of still having fun with it, but making it dark and hitting that tone.
Yeah, we have to be careful, both with that and in terms of like music. I mean, John is our musician. You guys have heard his stuff. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Like he always does an amazing job. But we always have to be like, hey, all right, like maybe this one sounds like a little too happy. Like we got to make it a little more
dire.
It needs a little more edginess.
A little more dour. A little less calliope.
Yeah, oh shit.
Yeah.
We're going full Jack 2 with this one, folks. I love it.
That's right. Jack's gonna say a swear.
Oh shit! For just 5 minutes. Crazy. Oh, wonderful. With the gameplay of this new title, is there anything you guys are particularly excited about exploring now, with the bigger scale, and just how players are going to be able to express themselves through the mechanics? Is there anything?
Yeah. What about it really sets it apart from Curse Crackers?
I think a lot of what's going to set it apart is how much more powerful the player character is, in a lot of ways, both in terms of your ability to move around the levels, and in terms of like the way that you're going to fight like bosses and enemies. We've changed it from things being a little bit more sort of rock, paper, scissors kind of puzzle boss-ish in Curse Crackers to something maybe a little more Mega Man or Castlevania, where the bosses have like a determined health bar, and you can just wail on them most of the time. So we're kind of expecting that players are going to be a lot more aggressive, and that lets us make the bosses a lot more aggressive too, because we don't necessarily have to have a wait period where it's like, okay, we gotta let the player be able to hit them. Yeah.
Again, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Very cool. Have there been any criticisms of the studio's previous work that you guys are really like, not like keeping in mind, like, moving forward, but
Yeah. What do you want to tell the haters? To shove in their face and say, eat it.
not necessarily that. How do I want to articulate that?
It's tough
You
to
understand
say.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I do. I think it's tough because we've always got our own vision for what we want the games to be. So there's always sort of a weighing against that and people's criticism, where it's is what they are saying actually something that's reflective of the game experience, or just this person's taste?
It's a great way to look at it. Yeah.
Right. And I think, me personally, I'm definitely much more prone to wanting to lean more towards other people's tastes, and my boss is much more like leaning towards maintaining our vision. And so usually we can meet somewhere kind of in the middle. I think the thing that we've really been trying to make sure people are happy about is that going through the levels is fun and satisfying and feels like you're having a fresh experience when you're going through it, that it doesn't feel like it's getting stale each time.
Keeping them engaged that way.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that we are the most concerned about. And same thing with like the boss fights and stuff like that. Trying to maintain that engagement.
That level of engagement. Yeah.
Keep it sharp. Keep it new.
Exactly.
Right on. Very exciting stuff.
Hopefully.
I'll be playing it.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Yeah, during Left 4 Dead, like, yeah, this part in Dawnthief, man, you should have stepped it up. I was real disappointed.
That's right. I'm gonna hear all your criticisms during
directly.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
We'll get,
Only when you're doing badly, or if you're on the other team's like, yeah, I didn't like this part in Dawnthief. What was that? Just get rammed by the charger.
Exactly.
I'll miss. I'll go flying off. You throw me off.
It was actually, on reflection, it wasn't that bad.
Very good. Okay. Well, with this game, it seems you guys are still drawing from, I would say, the same sort of period of time as far as retro influence goes. You still feel very confident in pursuing that vision, I'm sure. Why do you? What about that era of gaming's design philosophy? Why does it appeal to you so much?
Why don't you guys make a PlayStation 1
why
or
is it
Sega Saturn?
PS2 visuals, please?
Why
Aren't you
make it
making
3D?
a Unreal Entity?
Yeah.
Unreal Entity realistic.
Why isn't it in Godot 4?
Yeah.
The part of the reason is it's what we know.
Okay.
And because we make games at a pretty accelerated rate compared to most teams, we can't really afford too much like going outside of what we understand how to like work inside of. There's a big part of we'd love to make a 3D game, and it would be really cool to make something that kind of reached outside of just where we've kind of been. But a lot of our reasons is it's fast to work in, and it lets you focus in on game mechanics a lot harder. It's easier not to get lost in the weeds, I guess.
That makes a lot of sense.
That hasn't stopped us, of course. We've definitely gotten lost a few times, but it helps. It helps. Otherwise, we could end up on a project where we take 3, 4, 5 years, and then who knows how long it'll be before it's done. But because of how we've worked, we've been able to put one out once every 1 or 2 years. So
yeah. It's very interesting to consider. Just like specific studios' focuses, allow them to work at certain paces. Like
well, when you're also trying to do like an overarching story, there's kind of like we can't spend too long on this one thing, otherwise we're never going to be able to finish this whole. Yeah.
Well, here's a bit of a pie in the sky question. You don't have to answer it. But with this overarching narrative, how many more games do you think until you guys reach the end of that? Is there an end in sight? Like, do you guys have one like written?
You have a grand Bible and everything.
There's like bullet points. There's like bullet points of like major story stuff. I think some of the things that are like closer towards the end are a little fuzzy still, but like we know what we want to happen.
So what you're going towards. Okay,
right,
that's right. Great. It's not like a lost situation or fucking.
No. There's definitely like here's kind of the general idea of the thing, and we know like here's generally who we want to kind of be a part of that, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah, but realistically, we could probably finish out the story in about 3-4 games. It would be maybe a little rushed if we did that, but like
bare minimum, it would be foresee that happening. Yeah, I see.
Right. But I mean,
it all depends on you guys. Yeah, whatever choices you're making.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Nick, you got any more specific questions about Curse Chapter?
Specific questions
for this one.
For the game that was coming out, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to play it. I know for a fact. I'd like to see the darker turn it is taking. I mean, even with the premise alone, being a deranged cultist and trying to overthrow everything is pretty out there compared to a retired circus clown in the first one. So that's already exciting to me. Will there be killing and death in the game?
Oh yeah.
Will you as the Dawnthief be able to do Splinter Cell style executions and break necks and murder people?
Well, that one you'll have to wait and see.
Ah, damn it.
Hey, it's not a no. It's not a no.
Yeah, that's the one cutscene you were talking about earlier. It's like, you have one graphic.
someone's head gets turned all the way around and like pulls right off, you know? Unscrew it like a light bulb.
That's what you're saying. That was the thing. Is a little too silly.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. You know,
it starts bouncing around like a hacky sack.
Oh, very good.
All right.
Well, I suppose my last question for the game. What are you guys trying to have players walk away with? You know, the feeling you want players to walk away with after playing this game. Because it seems you're kind of telling a story of resistance, perhaps, or of disrupting the status quo without reading, too far into it.
You know, I don't know if this is a good answer, but I feel like we've only ever wanted people to walk away from our games thinking, "Oh, that was cool."
That's great. No, I think that's a better answer. You should feel this message because
no, I don't
think is less than ideal.
I think if anybody comes away with anything more than that, if they come away with like feelings about like it's like, oh wow, that like touched me emotionally, that's awesome. I think that would be cool. But if people just go through it and they're like, wow, that was fun, I really like that, like.
The joy.
I'm happy with that.
No, for
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Dawnthief. It's about family, and that's what makes it so powerful.
It's about family.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So, wishlist Dawnthief, play the demo, and then be on the lookout for the Resident Evil style color grave game coming up.
That's right.
You're gonna be stuck in the mansion.
Guns.
The first 3D game.
Claire a la mode 2. Claire gets a gun.
Guns, baby. Wait.
Claire's fucking pissed in this one. All right. Where's my fucking buttercream?
I'm here to bake cakes and kick ass, and I'm all out of cakes.
Beautiful.
And with the new.
Oh, go for it, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah, with the new experiences with the release of April Grove and Claire a la mode, and now working on Dawngrave, do you have any new opinions or words of advice for potential game developers from your last appearance?
I think my advice is still the same. Just don't do it. Don't make just don't.
Someone said that yesterday.
Quit while you're ahead. Go live a fulfilling life. Forsake this path of darkness and isolation.
If anyone's gonna tell him that you're the expert.
Unless you really, really want to.
Unless you really, really want to, in which case, start with something that's like manageable. Find people. Really, starting with game jams is a great way to like learn how to work with people. Find people who are. I was gonna say find people who know what they're talking about, but that's kind of hard to judge if you're a burgeoning developer.
Find it at least, or
I want to make a 2D Death Stranding. Sounds awesome. Let's do it. Yeah.
You wanna try and do something that is reasonably achievable by you in the span of about like 6 months to a year, because it's probably going to take longer than that.
That is real as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Which doesn't mean remake Pong or Space Invaders. Just whatever your idea is, cut it down to like the important part, and then make that. And you can always remake it later, because probably no one will think twice about you making the same game twice, because no one will play your first game.
Yeah. Sam Raimi made Evil Dead twice, and look what that got him.
Yeah.
The second one's way better.
Yeah. So, beautiful. Aptly put, as always, Brendan. That's great advice. And
now to the parts.
Oh, I want to ask him a little more about his 2026.
Oh yeah.
Well, what have you been playing is what I want to ask first, and then since we're in the middle of the year, do you have any personal standout anything?
Oh, what have I been playing? I think I had played Angeline Era when that came out.
Oh, hey,
that was fun. I had played. I've been playing a lot of Left 4 Dead 2.
It's true.
His game of the year 2026.
Game of the year 2026. Game of the year every year since it's been. Kind of going back to some NES games. Poking around in Wario's Woods, Castlevania, Super Mario Brothers, just because they're easy to kind of get into. Played
now. Do you get anything new that you had previously not, or is it just comfort at this point?
At this point, it's just comfort. I think I'm pretty familiar with them. So there's not a lot of new juice to be squeezed there, I don't think.
Yeah, fair enough.
What else? Captain Wayne. That was a really good one. Really enjoyed that. Yeah. I still go and play the wave mode every once in a while.
Oh, nice.
I'm playing a game called Locomotive, which is a point and click adventure game. I've been playing that one a little bit. Nice. I'm really looking forward to trying out Mina the Hollower and a game called Automaton Heart, which is a sequel to Automaton Lung. Yeah, kind of like a funky looking 3D sort of third person shooter / exploration game. Very, very vibey. The Automaton Lung was a lot of fun to like run around in and find stuff in.
Oh, I see. Vibey indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to chat up this guy. We got to see what he's up to.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. A lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
I know I've played more, but like off the top of my head, I can't think of it.
That sticks with you that I'm curious. Yeah. Very good. And anything you're looking forward to in the rest of the year?
You know,
AAA to indie or anywhere in
anticipating literally anything that matters in the Summer Games Fest.
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. As I get older, video games I think become less and less important to me in terms of like groundbreaking anticipatory things. There's kind of more like, oh, this looks cool, this looks interesting, I really want to try this out, and it's less like, this is the hypest game of the summer.
That is maturity, Brendan. That's a beautiful, healthy way to engage with games as you get older, because yes, the hype train is not what it is all about. Right. It's unfortunately the way we all relate to each other, which sucks.
That's all right, though.
But
that's all right.
It is what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I'm holding out. I mean, you guys know Robin Poe, the infamous developer. I'm holding out that maybe Sheep Last will be out this year. I think that would be pretty cool if it happened.
Oh, hey, if he ever releases a game, we'd love to have him on.
Maybe. You'll have to see if you can wrangle him.
Yeah. I think he said he played Deltarune and shattered his Earth view after playing the Zelda section in Chapter 3.
Hey, Toby Fox's games can do that to you.
Yeah. But he still won't answer my emails.
We'll see. Maybe once he's riding the high of his game release, he'll be easier to contact.
After all I've done for him.
Beautiful. All right, then let's close out with our community Q&A today.
It's true.
All right, you want to start us off, Nick? With Hugh's?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
piece
fine.
of shit.
It's just a bunch of people. Hugh wants to know, what's your gaming philosophy?
My gaming philosophy.
Keep in mind, Hugh's the one with the largest ping whenever we play, so
my gaming philosophy.
He chose to live in Australia.
Look, I love Hugh. He's great. He's been a joy to play with. And my gaming philosophy is really just to try and have fun. Because if you're playing a game and you're miserable playing it, why go play a different game? There's no point.
It's not fun. Why bother?
Yeah. Right. There's no reason to keep playing something that you feel like you're wasting time on. Games are meant to be fun, not homework.
Yeah. Fun can be anything. A visual novel can be fun if the story is good. If you're playing a visual novel and you're like, wow, the story is complete ass cheek, you should probably stop playing it.
Yeah, that was me with Digimon Survive. That game was not good.
I thought that was going to be like a tactics RPG. Yeah. Not at all what I expected.
Both the visual novel part and the tactics part were really lackluster, and I was like,
sucks.
Are you a Digimon or Pokemon guy, Brandon?
It's hard to say. I think if we're talking about the like originals,
yes.
100%.
You prefer Agumon over Pikachu?
Yeah, but I think that these days I like Pokemon more, even though both have the problem where a lot of the like creatures are just like people. At least Pokemon still has them look like monsters a little bit, whereas Digimon is like, it's like a person in a costume.
Angelomon. The little cat turns into a beautiful goddess.
That shit is crazy as fuck, yeah.
So I don't mind like Angelwoman and is it
Angemon.
Angemon as the dude? Yeah, because those are like because those are like these are like the ultimate ones. So it's like okay, that kind of makes sense. Like they are more powerful and now they're like kind of
Crazy
ethereal.
evolution,
Yeah. But like there's a lot of them now, and a lot of them are just like sexy women, and it's like.
Whenever I see like new art from a Digimon game coming out, and it's like a guy wearing Leomon's head, it's like a new Digimon.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess it's a man in there.
God, it's crazy. I don't know why they didn't just keep making them like Digimon World 1. That was one of the best games I've ever played. And I will not replay it because then I probably won't think that anymore.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that feeling.
I think that was one of the early moments of being like disappointed from a sequel. Like, why is Digimon World 2 so much worse than the first game?
Not even close. Was that the one that was like the Isekai MMO game?
Like,
the tank one.
Yeah.
I did not like it.
Not fun. All right, next question coming in from Goon.
Yeah, he's actually got a real one.
Was the gameplay something you had planned for early on in development, or did you make tweaks and changes along the way that perfected what you have now?
Yes, was the whole game an accident, he's asking.
Sort of, yes and no. There is, because this character was already established, they already kind of had a expected move set, at least to us. So it was it's been a lot more trying to figure out how to make the game work around that moveset versus specifically building a moveset to work with a game.
Fair enough, yeah. Kind of hopping off Jacob's question here, and you talking about the moveset has me curious. With animation and a character's moves, I think it's a wonderful, like, it's a narrative telling device, or it's a storytelling device within itself. When designing the animations as a team, was there anything like specifically that you felt you were able to do with this character because of their personality and the story, animation-wise, that wouldn't have made sense before? If that question makes sense.
Yeah. A little bit. The character, because they are sort of dressed in a they're referred to as the Dawn Clown. So they're dressed in sort of that sort of outfit. They have a bit of a comical aspect to their movement. Yeah. And I think that has an interesting contrast to the rest of the game. Obviously, before I was saying like we gotta be careful not to make things too silly, but it's sort of like the Joker is a sinister character, but there's an element of humor to him.
Yes, he loves playing Joker's trick.
Yeah, Joker's trick. It's a similar thing to that, where I feel like I've been able to kind of play around with a bit of a like tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, I feel like there's a line you can toe there that is darkly humorous. Yeah, I suppose it's an easy way to describe it. Oh, that's cool. That's very so exciting.
So from the Joker, would you say the Dawn Clown leans more towards a Caesar Romano or Jared Leto on the sliding Joker scale?
Probably more towards Caesar Romano rather than Jared Leto. Okay. Yeah,
very good deal. Yeah, but comically smashing someone with a hammer and not like attaching jumper cables to their nipples.
Right.
Now that's funny.
That's funny, guys. Yeah.
This guy's crazy. He plays the torture scene in Grand Theft Auto 5, and he laughed.
He laughed. All right, take the next.
To me, the Joker, this messed up day is just a normal day.
Just every day of my damned life. All right. From Sheep Over, she asks, how did Left 4 Dead inspire you? Left 4 Dead 2 specifically.
I think one of the ways that Left 4 Dead 2 could be considered to have inspired me is in the way that its characters interact with each other. They're very like personable and like human in a lot of ways. And that's something that, obviously I don't think I have any way of taking direct inspiration from, but when we're going through character interactions and dialogue, it's kind of like an internal reference point, because it's something I've absorbed, where it's like, how do other people write personable characters or
naturalistic
characters of
sort
chemistry.
of
Yeah,
conversation. Yeah. They are pretty good at delivering that in Left 4 Dead, like through the gameplay. Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny. Surprisingly sincere answer. I love it. Thank you, Brendan.
Left 4 Dead 2 is one of the greatest environmental storytelling. I mean, Valve in general, just the things that they can convey just through playing the game with zero cutscenes is amazing.
It really can't be understated. Way to go,
Way
Sheep.
back in
Good
Half-Life
question.
1. Yeah.
All right, last question. Oh no, second to last
There's
question.
two more.
Excuse me. Willem asks, top 3 clowns of all time. This can be in fiction, in real life, however you want to interpret this question.
I don't know any real life clowns unless you want to count, anyone who's ever made a video game before.
Wow.
The entire Silk Song fan base. But I think it would have to be Buggy from One Piece.
Okay.
Love that guy.
Very
Steve from Big Top Burger.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
And it's a little self-serving, but honestly, I think our very own Don Clown would be
Number 3.
number
Of
3.
all time.
That's why he's the Don. That's right. He's the boss.
The Don.
I'm the Don Clown. Yeah.
All right.
Boys, pie this fool.
All right. And lastly, Nick, what's our last question?
Yes, from beloved Bingy, who everyone loves so dearly. Who is your favorite special infected to play as?
I really like playing as the smoker.
That's so insane to me.
It's fun to be waiting behind everybody, and then as they're going along, I get one of them, it pulls them back, and then everyone else has to run back.
You hear them screaming.
Someone's day as a smoker. It's crazy. Wow. Well, Nick, who's your favorite to play as? Why is that so shocking to you?
Oh, I like the Charger because you can charge someone off of a ledge and they die instantly, and then they get really mad.
That's fair.
What happens to me is cheap.
Yeah. Well, Brandon's in for the long haul. You're in for the quick impact.
The spitter is also good because you can make someone die really fast
Yes.
if they do anything.
You can just die on top of them, and then
it's funny.
It's still a problem. Yeah,
It's compounding value on value.
Well, as always, Video Ditch community, thank you for those wonderful questions. And if you listening right now want to get in on that, want to ask Nick or me or any of our beloved guests questions, all you got to do is hop in the Discord. We'll have those links down below, as always. But
and you should. There's good stuff in there.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, real life customer testimonial. Okay, we're not full of shit.
Yes, our server is gem. It is not slop.
Yes, but in the spirit of shameless self-promotion, Brendan, where can viewers and listeners find the game and yourself if they're interested?
Where's it all at?
Well, I'm on various social medias. You can search up LOOLOOPAA or just my name, and you'll find me there. We've got mostly Twitter is where we keep stuff updated, but we've also got a Discord with a relatively passionate fan base that enjoys playing and talking about our games and helping out people who are trying them for the first time if they get stuck. So if you want to try out our stuff, we've got bundles. They go on sale frequently. Try it out. And if you want to engage with the community and talk about them and all that stuff, hop in our Discord server and chat it out. We like to do a lot of community polls and stuff in there too, especially when we're trying to think about what we want to do next. So
beautiful. And with Dawnthief, with CURSE Chapter Dawnthief, do you guys have a projected release date or window for the game?
We are really trying to get it out before the end of the year. I would expect it somewhere in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful.
Did it for Christmas, everyone. Buy it for your friends.
Yeah.
You'd be the Secret Santa.
You've been very good this year. Have a Dawnthief.
There you go.
You've been very naughty. Have a Dawnthief.
Very good. Well,
look, see, even Santa Claus approves.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, Brandon, thank you again so much. It's always a pleasure. these
Yeah, my
conversations.
pleasure. I'm so glad to be on here, guys. It's been a blast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, always happy to chat.
Anytime.
And we have, as always, been Video Ditch, Sam and Nick. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves. Check out the Kickstarter. We will, leave the information
Give us your money.
below. Yeah. Do you have any closing statements on that, Nick, that you want to share about the Kickstarter, or shall we just close it out?
Listen, man, we're not asking for a lot, okay? It's a very low budget. You're not going to lose a lot if we end up doing something crazy. We've got a lot of crazy things planned that I can't tell you about. Just trust me, okay? Just trust me and give me your money. And
Yeah,
you
and
won't
we
regret
will
it.
be putting out update videos and things of the sort.
And
Of
if you do
course.
regret it, get over it, okay? It's not a big deal. Just get over it.
I mean, look, me personally, I can't imagine a better cause that you could be donating towards. I mean,
Yeah. See?
See? All right.
So yeah, stop giving whatever fucking monthly stipend you get to UNICEF or whatever, and give it to me.
yeah, because then at least you know where the money's
You know
going.
where it's going.
Exactly. People donate to Salvation Army. They don't even know. They don't even have a real army. They don't have any guns. Like, what's the point? It's stupid.
Exactly. And yes, so please check that out. We've been Video Ditch. Take care of yourselves and keep on gaming in the free world. Until next time, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.